Hey y'all, Bloodwing here, back to bring some grumpiness to the internet. And welcome back to Redneck Radio, the live stream where you get an extra healthy side helping of pan fried chicken, fresh from the garden green beans, homemade mashed potatoes and gravy, and buttered corn on the cob. Boy, that sounds good. Now I made myself hungry. And with me, as always, is Irate Bear.
Hello, everybody. I hope you're all well on this glorious bank holiday weekend.
Yeah. Hope everybody's good. If you hear Bear typing a lot in the background, it's because we might have a special guest. I'm not going to say who until they maybe show up. We might have us a special guest today, but they're having technical difficulty, and Bear is trying to help them through it. So might hear some type until that happens. But yeah, hope everybody's doing good. Scroll back a little bit and want to thank Random Americans. Says hope you all have fun. Probably won't be around when you start, but I'll stay signed in so you can get one more to your view count. I appreciate that. Appreciate it. There's Maddie. Hello, Maddie. How you doing? Michael Weiner. Good to see you. Nuts, as always. Good to see you. One of the best mods on YouTube. Mr. Dax. Yes, I guess more special than Bear, but not that kind of special. And thank you, Cryptic, for the donation. Darn keyboard. Bears in their paws. Hey, there's Cigar Chomping Penguin. And yeah, hope everybody's doing good. So how you doing today, Bear?
I was good. Now I'm fucking angry.
Yeah.
Shut up! Well, excuse me a minute.
Okay.
What are you doing down here? Get upstairs now!
Bear's having a little trouble with Alfie today.
Fucking stream.
Been there, done that myself, so I get it. I do get it. Did you get it handled?
Oh.
But yeah, I know. But do you want to tell the chat why you're angry?
Just give me a minute. I'll be back in a minute.
All right. Well, we will get this stream off the ground here shortly, people. You know, this is real life and stuff happens. Stuff does happen. But in the meantime, who else have we got in chat? We got Joel Brown loving it. Cigar Jumping Penguin. Are we about to witness a murder? I hope not. Michael Weiner says he left me a DM. I'm supposing on Twitter. Let's you know how bad I am about doing things, more than one thing at a time. Oh, okay. Michael sent me a story. Excuse me. Kyler says he's good, but he's got to work later. I'm sorry to hear that. I mean, glad to hear you got a job. But sorry you got to work today. Yeah, I used to work a lot of Saturdays. But hope everybody's doing good. Hope you've got all your supplies in for the Americans out there. You know, maybe you get some grilling in this weekend for the holiday weekend or whatever. Hope everybody has a good time. Yeah, I mentioned earlier on Twitter that this is a weekend that those of us that live in
I wasn't mad at my kid.
No, he wasn't.
I was shouting because the dog
was
barking its fucking head off, and Veebs had just come back in. And I was wrong to get angry in the first place. Andy Warski's account has been hacked, so
Well,
yeah.
we'll excuse it. We'll excuse it. Stuff happens. But we have a wild guest that's just appeared. Very special guest.
Hello.
Hello, Mesa. It's been a while.
A wildness.
Hi.
I've sure missed you, darling.
Oh, I've missed you too, Grandpa. It's been a crazy few months. I haven't spoken to you. I'm sorry.
No, that's perfectly fine. I understand. You got you a feller and you got a life going on. You know,
Yeah.
it happens.
Well, how are you guys?
I'm doing very well, thank you. Doing very well.
My foot hurts.
Your foot hurts.
Oh no.
Is it
Wow.
from kicking Alfie in the butt?
No, it's from kicking my heater across the room.
Oh, why did you do that?
You weren't here for that. That's probably a good thing.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's fine.
Sorry about my technical difficulties. Unfortunately, I am now a dirty Mac user.
Ugh.
Yeah, I know, but it runs my drawing tablet software a lot better. So, that's good.
Yeah, they are good for that. For artistry and stuff like that. Macs are good for that. But I'm not an artist, so I've never touched one. I didn't know how to help Bear at all. He's like, I don't know what to tell you. Maybe you can get it figured out.
Yeah, Bear, your suggestion actually worked, downloading Chrome. Like,
Told you.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hangouts is a finicky mistress.
It is.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm on PC and Chrome's all I can get it to work on. Or to work right on.
Yeah.
It really annoyed me when Firefox removed compatibility.
Yeah.
Back in the day, as it were. Mesa, it's been a long time.
It has.
I know. I actually got really nervous before coming on because I haven't streamed in so long, and I got those weird, like, oh god, I'm going to be talking in front of people again kind of feeling. So.
Oh, no need to be nervous. You know Bear and I quite well. And I've often said I've got the best chat in the world, the best followers in the world. Even when they disagree with you, they do so nicely.
Oh, I feel like I'm in a safe space.
There you go.
You're not.
Why not?
Because I'm here. That's why.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm not your secretary, Misa. You know this.
Listen.
Yeah, how many people? Where's Misa, Bear? Where's she gone? I don't live with her. We live like 200 miles apart.
Listen, Bear. The thing is, you don't have to answer them.
I do, because they're pests.
Hey, listen.
And the thing is, right, like...
They're animals. They never shut up.
It's not like I've disappeared from the internet. My Instagram's still up.
They're like crickets at night. You know, they just never shut up.
It's weird, because I'm still getting people commenting on things like, have you quit YouTube? It's like, where the fuck have you been?
Yeah, there was somebody in my Discord going, "No, where's Miss Misa gone?"
I'm still here. I'm just not on
Oh,
YouTube.
I told them you died.
What? Wow.
No, I didn't. I didn't even fucking respond.
That would have been quite funny, though.
Now would be a good time for me to say, first of all, get your bets in, guys. Come on. I see Perfectly Faded Delusion got his in. Misa, I know you haven't been here. The chat likes to take bets on just how far into the stream the old man here will have to go to the bathroom, because it will happen.
I'll say, because I haven't been here, I'm going to be generous and say 20 minutes.
Well, it's happened before. I've had more than a few double trip streams. So,
oh gosh.
Also, please like and share the stream, because YouTube's not going to help us with that anymore. And if you want to help an old man out even a little further and feel like you want to give a little monetary help, there is Super Chat and also links for my Streamlabs and Patreon in the description.
Do it, Nuds.
That's right. Do it.
So, I haven't been keeping up with anything, but when I popped in here, I heard you mention Andy Warski's name. What's he done now?
Well, apparently his Twitter account is hacked. People on Twitter are saying that he's got it back, or it's allegedly hacked, and it is hacked, or whatever. He blocked a Megon, and Megon posted it, and I was like, eh? So I decided to go have a wee goosey gander, and I was also blocked.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Did he just block the whole of the quote unquote skeptic community? Or
don't. No.
Are we not what we calling it now?
No, we're not calling it that anymore.
What we calling it?
We're not calling it anything because it is nothing now.
We're just calling it those people over there.
Did Thanos pop in and just click and then boom, everyone just faded out of existence?
Well, yeah, half of them turned into friggin' SJWs and the rest pissed off.
Soz. I know I'm one of those.
Okay. That's okay. You got to do what's right for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and in my defense, I mean, the like you said, the whole genre was dying anyway, so
it's not that it died as such. I mean, views are still, plenty to come by. There's still growth to be had. It's just a lot of the people decided to leave. As you know, a lot left after the Apocalypse, and then after the whole Bloodsports fiasco, many just were disillusioned and buggered off that way, or just switched sides.
Well, I mean, the Bloodsport stuff did kind of create this weird atmosphere where YouTube wasn't really fun anymore. It was just kind of like, oh, drama with somebody else. Let's go ruin that person's life. Like, it just seemed a bit not really worth it, I guess.
Yeah, it came back to bite Tonka on the ass.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, it did.
So,
yes, it did. Oh, thanks, YouTube, for the notification of Redneck Radio. Gee, Willikers.
Did it just now come across?
On my phone it did, anyway. I don't know about actual browser YouTube. Let me refresh this shit.
Oh, YouTube.
Oh, yesterday I was getting notifications from stuff from the night before.
You guys aren't hearing an echo or anything, right?
No.
Okay, because this mic is really odd. So when I plug my drawing tablet in, for some reason I can hear you not through my headphones, but through the speakers, and it's really weird the way that this thing works. I'm still figuring it out.
You still there, Blood?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh, okay.
Can you hear me? It sounded like everybody went quiet for a minute, so I had to check. I'm apt to go blue screen, so I had to check to make sure my browser didn't goof up.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough.
Is there anyone here with like a proper functioning computer?
Yeah.
Well,
my poor old laptop's held together with rubber bands and run by hamsters. Powered by hamsters. So yeah.
No, Mesa and I have obviously spoken a lot in private, and I understand why she buggered off. Twitter itself is just a cancer cesspit.
Definitely.
Even on my second account, Irate Alex, which, I follow about 100 anime accounts on that one, and it still makes its way into my feed.
Well, yeah, that's why I only go in short spurts during the day. It may look like I'm on all day, because I'll answer people or whatever, but I'm not. I just pop in and out, and I don't have it on my phone, so I don't have that cat belled, so that way I'm perfectly able to just step away and say, to heck with y'all.
Yeah. Misa should come back to YouTube, though. Just not tell any of these animals.
No, I don't think so.
I do.
I do.
Just don't even tell us about it. Just create yourself an anime channel or something, and Geek Platoon Mark II.
But no.
Yeah.
I could make an hour-long video based on why I don't even want to come back to YouTube.
Well, there you go. That's all you need. That should get you your 4,000 hours worth of watch time for monetization.
Yeah,
Boom.
I'd watch it.
Boom.
The problem
Shit, I'd
is,
share it.
I was debating doing that, but the problem is that a lot of the reasons I know people are gonna like cause drama because of it, and then it's just going to remind me why I wanted to leave.
Yeah. Oh, and thank you, Maniac Man 2030. That's actually quite a nice thing to say. Irate Bear, Bloodwing, you guys, Lords of the Night, GPP are my chemo from the cancer that is YT drama. Appreciate that.
It's funny because I enjoy watching YouTube drama.
I
don't like being in it.
I don't. I know a lot of you do. I know you do. I know Monkey does. I just don't. But I've never been on. I never liked Jerry Springer or none of those shows either. So
I think it depends what the drama is, because if it's something really severe, then it's not enjoyable. But if it's something like this stuff with James Charles, it's like, oh, spill the tea, sister.
I hate that so much. I'm gonna spill the tea. I'm gonna spill this tea. Right, first and foremost, stop spilling tea, you heathens. Right.
if you're gonna spill it in the harbor. Do it like an American.
No, spill it into your mouth. In fact, if you say that to describe drama, then you should put a tea bag in your mouth and then pour the boiling hot water in there and then stir it.
That's a bit over the top.
No, it's not.
I love the saying because it's just so like so fucking basic. I love it.
So gay is what it is.
But yeah, I think like little dramas like that where it's not really hurting that many people, I don't know, that's fine. But if it's something like, oh, Andy Warski decided to start, going around with a gun and waving it in people's faces, lol, that's not really entertaining. That's just fucked.
Yeah, that whole scenario was a bit cray, if I'm honest with you.
Well, we did talk about it on this stream, but mainly my point was, don't do it, folks. That's stupid.
Yeah, pretty much.
So yeah. Excuse me.
What do you guys do on the stream? Because I haven't really been watching anything related.
Well,
to this corner, so.
There's no real format. Basically, we just talk about whatever we want to. Sometimes we get to news, sometimes we don't. Just wherever it leads us.
There is an article that I want to read to you because the headline is amazing.
Okay.
Well, I don't want to read it right now. I got to tell you something.
Okay.
Got to tell me something.
Alfie.
Yeah.
Won his talent show.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I think it was.
Oh.
He came first. And would you like to know how that little shit won?
Oh God, how?
Fortnite dances.
Oh.
Oh, my grandkids do those constantly.
I'm about to disown them.
For fuck's sake, Bear, sort your child out.
No.
Just
It's
before
too late.
just before they all moved to Michigan, right before the first of the year, they had a Christmas program, and Bulldozer was on the stage. I've seen video of it. I wasn't able to go, but Bulldozer is supposed to be up there singing Christmas songs, and he's doing Fortnite dances.
Alfie does a lot of the Fortnite dances, but the when he does the floss, I'm just like, stop!
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Sending him to Catholic school. It's the only thing that will sort him out.
Joel Brown, Fortnite is a video game that's popular.
It needs to be stopped.
Yeah,
it does. I don't know how it's still frigging going.
It's popular among the preteens and young teenagers.
It's like Call of Duty, but not as cool.
Exactly.
Oh, it makes me mad.
Yeah.
It makes me really mad. And my apologies for having a bit of a fit earlier, but just that when the dog starts barking for no apparent reason, it just makes me angry.
Yeah.
Like, shut up, you fucking mutt. Well, I already have it with the two dogs next door when I'm trying to record, man. You know? With the friggin' Rottweiler. I don't know what the other breed is. I haven't seen it, but I think it's a smaller doggo.
I missed Bear being irate.
It's funny, people act shocked when I get angry. It's like, well, it's in the name.
We don't think that you're like actually angry. It's just like we think it's your character, and then you get actually angry, and it's like, fuck.
Well, those that really know you, like Mesa and I, are not shocked, but
it's not the dog's fault. It absolutely is. My dog is not a good doggo. All right, my dog answers to the name Goebbels. All right, it's not a good dog. Oh, dude.
The dog is not a good dog.
Yeah, I know. How many pairs of headphones has Gilbert eaten?
3 little shit.
Oh yeah, that's right. He did eat your headphones, Mesa.
Honestly, Bear's lucky that I didn't leave that house with the dog like in a rucksack with me ready to murder it at the train station.
Oh, more unlucky that you didn't, to be honest. Little shit that he is.
No offense, Bear, but I fucking hate your dog.
Oh, I hate my dog. It's not even my dog. It's fucking Veeb's dog. Get rid.
Get rid.
Or you have to deal with 2 cats and 2 children.
Hashtag get rid of Bear's dog.
Not my dog.
Hashtag get rid of Vanilla Bear's dog. It's a strain on society, and no one needs it.
It just takes and takes and takes. Never gives.
Never gives. Never.
It's all about him.
Those headphones it destroyed.
Oh, anyway, I'll read you this headline's title because it's amazing.
Oakley dokley.
Okay.
me. How do blind people know that they're gay?
What?
I wasn't ready for that.
And what's interesting about it is that these articles, they tend to have pictures, to kind of like show you what certain things look like or whatever. How the Mirror does. It's when it talks about weddings, it's always the same girl in a wedding dress. But this has a black guy looking out of a window.
Okay.
Like pulling down the blinds to look out of a window. He's not fucking blind.
Oh my god. Oh, so what's their line of thinking? Since they can't see that they're attracted to the opposite sex.
Yeah, they don't know that they want to gobble on some penis, I guess. Don't know. That doesn't know what it looks like.
What the actual fuck?
Excuse me, sir, but can I fill your ball bag to find out whether I'm a homosexual or not? Here at the New Gentleman, we are a tolerant publication. All right, thanks for that. newgentleman.co.uk. In fact, when this website was found, founded. Oh my god. We aim to shake up the outdated model of the old-fashioned gentleman. So all right. Recently, a Ask Reddit question captured the curiosity of the internet. The question: blind gay people of Reddit, how did you know you were gay? Excuse me, gay people who cannot see. How? Did you molest a woman first to find out? The question is an interesting one because if you ask most people about their sexual orientation, their answer will be based on the sexual attraction they have for different genders. Normal-sighted people can see the world. We can see the people we are and aren't attracted to. For fuck's sake. Yeah, not only have you shaken off the old school kind of look and stereotype of the old gentleman, but you've shaken off the ability to fucking use grammar and full sentences, you fucking retards.
Thank you, Pumpkin Trucker, for the donation. Bear, we must have this for Blind Trucking for their stream.
Well, yeah, fair play. Yeah, fair play. Go on then. I'll drop it in the chat if you want. If you want it for later, mate. Oh my god. Well, it doesn't really work with. Well, it works with Blind Press, but it doesn't work with Blind Girl, does it? Because Blind Girl is only like recently blind, whereas Blind Press has been blind all of her life, hasn't she?
Yeah.
From very, very young. Normal sighted people can see the world. We can see the people we are and aren't attracted to. When you are blind, we can't. Sorry, when you are blind, you can't make this distinction. This shows that sexual attraction. See, look what they did to me. I could barely read. That sexual attraction is more than looks, as it is common with non-blind people. It's normal with like people who can see as well. You know.
Yeah. There's more to attraction than the way the person looks. Does it help? Certainly, but there's more to it.
Yeah, I mean, no old man and old woman are attracted to each other. I can assure you of that.
No.
Like ball bag around your knees, keepy uppies with your titties. Like, it's not attractive.
Have you been spying on my bedroom?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That's what I do in my spare time. Bob recalls being treated differently as a child. Not only Bob, ladies and gents, not only by the sighted kids, but also by the blind kids, because he didn't enjoy playing the rough games. Bullshit. He's gay. He loves a bit of rough. They play to associate with the girls. Is that a deciding factor of what it means to be gay? Do you prefer to play with girls?
I guess so.
No. I mean, in my own case, I mean, I'm as hetero as they come. But yeah.
I've seen your BDSM test results.
Man. Well, prove it otherwise.
I've got them pinned in my Discord.
I'm as hetero as they come, but there was a period of time that I had a whole lot more female friends than I had guy friends.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough. Same. I knew that I was very different from the other kids, and I felt horribly lonely. Haha, you can't see. I didn't fit in with the sighted kids, but what was worse, I didn't fit in with the blind kids either. He then goes on to describe his moment of realization. What is surprising and very important is that I began to realize that I was attracted to other boys and men and not to women. I realized that I had a strange feeling when close to people of my own sex. Well, that's just your penis lifting up and filling full of blood, mate, isn't it? That I did not have when I was with women. I somehow knew that this was not the way it should be. You're damn right, you fucking heathen, fucking abomination, degenerate. I never mentioned it to anyone. And then his brief experiment with girls. I tried dating girls and forced myself to kiss them, but I knew it wasn't working. Yeah, it wasn't working because they were pulling away and trying to run away from you. I wanted to talk about my feelings, but had nobody to express them to. When I was a senior, some students who I had heard were gay decided to start a discussion group. You know, high school is very different for you than what it was for me, mate.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
When I was a senior, some students who I'd heard were gay decided to start a discussion group. I wanted to go, but you couldn't find your way there. I wanted to go, but was afraid to ask for directions to where the discussion was taking place. Excuse me, but where's the gay discussion group? Was taking place because I did not want others on campus to realize I was a raging homo. That's not what it says, but my version's better. Bob's gay dating live has life. Oh my god! You know, I had legit reasons for being angry earlier, and I'm angrier now than what I was before then. Life. There's an F. has been a hard one. Hey!
Oh, I see what you did there.
Because he is blind. His experience, we kept bumping into things. Don't be so dirty-minded, old man. His experiences in bars and clubs have been memorable. You couldn't find your way there. But for the most reasons, but for the wrong reasons. For starters, he cannot see who is alone in a bar. So he can't sneak up on them, I guess. And who is there with their partner. As a result, most of his attempts to strike a conversation usually end in failure. I couldn't hear a thing, second of all, because I couldn't see. I had no idea what was going on around me. I was basically rendered deaf and blind because of the noise level. I sat at the bar and felt worse and worse as time went by. Nobody tried to talk to me. I finally got the courage to tap the person next to me and try to strike up a conversation. The guy was polite, but after talking with him for a while, it's actually quite sad, this story, isn't it? No penis for you, sir. He told me he was with someone. I realized that I had no way of knowing who was alone. Just stand in the middle and go, where the single guys at? You're much better off doing that.
Yeah.
It's a gay bar. I've been to gay bars, man. Fucking gay men are predatory as fuck. Right. You just have to wait around them until one of them squeezes you on the ass. He was with someone, and what was going on? I went to other bars on subsequent days, but had no better luck. Bob's story is an interesting one, according to a description on his article. He now lives with his companion Harley in Brooklyn, New York. Bob speaks Spanish, French, and an obscure Yugoslavian dialect of Yiddish. Harley understands all three. Bob is the current moderator for This Gay Talk. Because it's down.
But has he been with a Polish guy?
How would he know? The online discussion group sponsored by Bent. Oh God, his second Bent. It's in all capitals. It's not me doing it, right? Article is alone in the crowd. That's actually quite a sad story, actually.
Yeah,
but he got there in the end.
Following their line of reasoning, though, I mean, how if he wasn't gay, how would he know he was straight? Because he can't see who's in the bar.
Yeah. It's a pretty interesting article, except for the extremely bad grammar and spelling, and just bad writing overall. But I think it's quite a sad story, actually. It's kind of a bad experience. I can't imagine I hate the idea of it. Is terrifying to me.
Why is that? What's terrifying?
Not being able to see.
Oh well, yeah. There's that. But
I know blind people just get on with it, but most of them don't know what it's like to have eyesight. So I couldn't, the idea of it, I couldn't imagine what it'd be like to be blind. Be a massive life change,
Yeah. Well, to have any kind of major disability, like to be blind or to be deaf.
Yeah.
Or to not be able to speak, to be mute. It would be tough to deal with.
Well, out of those, I prefer not to be able to speak.
Yeah, well,
I don't know. So, Mesa, you're here. What have you been up to? What's been going on with you?
Shit, I'm trying to remember when the last time I was on a stream was and what I've been doing in between that time. Work. I'm moving this weekend, so I'm fucking hectically busy, and also fighting the urge not to make a video.
What are you fighting? What video is the topic on?
Well,
why you left, or just
I don't know. I keep getting this random urge of I could make a video about blah blah blah, or I could make a video about this film that I watched, or blah blah blah. But then I'm thinking but do I really want to go back to YouTube? Not really.
Upload to BitChute instead.
Tempting. Yeah.
See, it's in your blood, Mesa. You want to create videos. You've got the urge.
I've just been doing I've been doing it for so long, and now that I'm not doing it, it's what is my life? I used to be a YouTuber. What is my life even worth now?
Well, I had this idea earlier, actually, Misa. Like, I still think, and I know you're not gonna, but I still think that you should make a channel. Like, don't tell any of us, not even like me or Bloodwing, and just like do anime reviews or something.
To do anime reviews, I have to watch anime, which I haven't really been doing.
No.
Yeah, I've been busy. The only
Call the police.
The only time I watch anime is when my boyfriend just sits me down and he's like, "We're watching One Piece," and it's like, "No, no!" And I'd have to try and like claw my way out of the room. But,
speaking of anime, I purchased my first anime figurine today.
Well, what's it of?
Rem, best girl. Well, second best girl.
Rem from
ReZero.
Ah,
yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And now that we're on the Kami Pinko Japanese cartoons, the old man's going to go to the bathroom. Told you.
Yeah, I don't see why you wouldn't just do that instead, Misa, just on the side. I don't have Twitter, don't have any other social media. You know, don't even have an email linked to it. No, I said, well, no, Viper Albedo figurines are super expensive. Super expensive. Most figurines are really pricey. I was quite happy. I was very surprised to see Rem for so cheap.
I've got a few anime figures. I mean, you can get them for cheap, especially if you go to a convention. Because
I'm going to one next month. My first anime convention.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, Liverpool.
Is it Anime League by any chance?
Yes.
Oh no, Bear, no.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing, Misa.
Bear, Anime League had that like scandal with the guy who ran it, Michael Towers.
I don't know these things.
Okay. Well, I mean, the thing is, Anime League conventions can be fun. So, I mean, if you don't know about it, I won't tell you, so you don't feel bad going.
No, just tell me about it. Tell me about it. I'm taking my fucking kids, Misa. So like, it might.
No, it's not. It's not to do with like young. But okay, basically, Michael allegedly, I have to put this in quotation marks, allegedly, was getting young girls into the convention because most of the Anime League conventions are 18 plus or 16 plus. So he was letting young girls in for sexual favors. And this is like the guy who ran all of the conventions. Like I met him a few times at the cons as well. I temporarily worked for him for a bit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You always seem to like work for and just like bump into these people, don't you?
I know. I attract creepy pedos. It's weird. But yeah, a lot of like messages came out and stuff about it, and it wasn't good. So a lot of people I know boycotted them.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you want to go, they are fun, and I got a lot of my favorite like anime merch from those conventions, so it might still be worth going. I'm just, if you see a tall, lanky guy who's breathing heavily while looking at the underage girls, then you'll know who it is.
Is that not just all anime conventions? I mean, I've watched Giguk's Guide to Anime Conventions, and that sounds like everybody.
Well, a lot of them. I mean, you do get really like attractive girls and cosplaying guys and cosplay, and they usually do their own thing. And then you got the sweaty, like nerdy guys, like my friends, who just sit there looking at them like, I think I have a chance. If I approach them and get them a bit drunk, maybe I've got a chance.
Well, no, it's gonna be a family day out for me. Take the kids, the missus, you know.
Yes.
It's a day out, you know. I know that they haven't got like a lot on, which I was quite surprised by. I mean, yeah, they've got the cosplay stuff, the cosplay competition, but they don't. Well, I went on the forums, and the forums aren't updated as much as I'd like them to be. I spoke to the convention managers on Facebook, and I was like, "Yo, any like big anime YouTubers or voice actors going?" And they were like, "Oh, you have to check the forum." And I was like, "Oh." The forum, right, is like looking at Matrix code for me. Like, it's just a blur of tiny text. and I'm having to get right close to it and just to try to figure out what it's all saying.
As soon as I sat down and put my earplugs in, I thought I had accidentally stepped into a porn stream, because the first thing I hear is they haven't got a lot on. Like, what the heck are they talking about?
Well, I mean, one of the Anime League conventions I went to, Alcon, they had a burlesque show.
Okay.
That was a great 20-minute experience that I never want to have again.
Was it men by any chance dressed up?
No,
or fat women?
It was two women. One of them's quite a known cosplayer around here called Mojo Jones. She's quite attractive, but the friend that she had who was doing it with her, I don't want to be really rude here, but she was a fucking unit.
Absolute unit, mate.
Yeah, like I was not having a good time.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I give you a lot of grief, Bear, and other people around me that like anime, you know, because I don't get it. But hey, you know, if you do that, it's okay. But I give you a lot of friendly grief over it and so forth. But I do try. I've tried. In fact, just the other day, I watched an anime. Just a couple of days ago.
Oh, what one?
Well, I was on Netflix and I thought, you know, and it was after the stream, and we had been talking about anime earlier that day, Bear and I thought, you know, maybe I'll give one of these a try. What do they look like? And I like Godzilla. I really like Godzilla, and I love Godzilla.
There's 3 anime Godzilla movies on Netflix,
and I watched the first one. And while I did like their portrayal of Godzilla, how he looked, I thought it was pretty cool. Other than that, I was like, yeah, no. Didn't like it.
Not fair enough.
But I give it a try.
You know why? Because it's not a gateway anime. That's why.
It's just not my thing. Generally, I don't like the art style. The animation I find to be pretty crap. And my God, can't they find English-speaking people that can do the overdubs better than what they seem to find? I mean, it's awful.
I mean, that's, to be honest, I can't argue that last point, because English dubs are just, there's only a few that I actually like.
Be careful, Mesa.
Why?
I will drown you.
Nah.
What, do you not watch the subs?
No.
You call yourself a fucking weeb?
No, I never said that.
You did.
No, I didn't. I would never call myself a weeaboo.
You totally did. Guys, you don't even realize he did say this.
No, I didn't. I would never call myself a filthy, disgusting, sweaty, spotty weeaboo that never showers.
Weeaboos shower. What would you?
No, they don't. There is a difference between weebs and otakus, as you know, and weebs are Japanophiles, as it were, and they are big, fat, sweaty, sword-wielding, neckbeard, fedora-wearing heathens.
Okay, I take offense to that.
We've been learning Japanese and Rosetta Stone.
I actually tried learning Japanese and Rosetta Stone when I was younger.
Real quick, see you, Kyler. Have a good day at work, dude.
See you later.
Or do the best you can do.
No, I do know where you're coming from, Mesa, because one thing I've noticed as I've watched more and more anime over the last couple of months is that I'm seeing a constant repeat of voice actors.
Yeah.
It's always the same people doing it.
No,
and that gets a bit annoying, especially the way I binge stuff. And I do know what you're saying about like the dubs and stuff with bad voice acting and out of sync.
Well, I mean, to be fair though, a lot of people, like, not a lot of people actually want to do anime voice acting. Like, they kind of have to steal people from the game industry a lot of the time to actually find people who want to do it.
Yeah, there's that guy who was in Skyrim, who voices your Bloodwing. You will know who I'm on about. Bloodwing. You know how in Skyrim they only had like 4 voice actors for the guys.
Right, yeah.
Well,
yeah.
You know the guy who plays like all the ratty characters?
Yeah.
He's in a lot of anime. A lot. And it's really off-putting to see him play kind of like stoic type characters when I first heard his voice in Skyrim, where every ratty, annoying character that you wanted to Fus Rodar off a mountain was played by him. you know, but I do get what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, I only bring it up because I don't want y'all to think I just pick at it. I do give it a shot. I gave it a shot. I thought, well, if I like this one, I'll watch the other two because they do apparently go in succession. It's the same storyline, the same people across the three movies, but it didn't impress me enough to make me want to watch the second one. So
you need to watch something like Attack on Titan.
Yeah, Attack on Titan or Sword Art Online are both gateway animes. Don't me. You said it was a cute love story.
I know. When the fuck did I say that? You are lying. I hate Sword Art Online with a passion.
When I told you about it, I was like, "Hey, Mesa, I'm watching Sword Art Online." You were like, "Oh, well, it's a cute love story."
Listen, all right. I hate Sword Art Online. I think it's one of the laziest and most ridiculous animes, especially the second half of it is such bullshit. I hate that anime so much. Do not dare lie and say that I did not say that.
You said it was cute.
I did not.
Real quick, Barry, your sister from another mother is in the chat. Mama Minnie.
Hey, happy birthday for the other day, by the way.
Yeah, you don't know this, Mesa, but that's my real life daughter, my oldest of the two daughters. Never wanted to Fushro anyone as much as Braith, the little brat. Speaking of, yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. And they actually made a thing where you could actually kill her.
Yeah, there was this mod you could get.
Yeah.
Can we just talk about Sword Art Online for a second?
Okay.
Knock yourself out.
The first arc. I just heard myself come back in my ears, and that was weird. The first arc in Ironclad is not that bad.
You, sir, are
It's
wrong.
not. It's not. The Alfheim arc is awful, and Gun Gale Online is pretty good. But the first arc is perfect. It's fine. It's fine.
The first arc is average at best, if I'm being real. Like I feel like the first arc was kind of like, okay, let's see where this is going. Like it kind of Sword Art Online for me passed the 3-episode rule when it comes to anime. Like it started off decent, started off like okay, and then it just divulged into fucking bullshit. Like they had a mustache twirling villain towards the end who was just such a caricature. It was unreal. And then they had like the main ginger girl. I cannot even remember her name. So I really did. Asuna. That's it. Being like a damsel in distress, where that goes against everything related to her character, and she didn't even get a proper character arc out of it either. Like she didn't really grow or improve as a character.
Well, she did after the Alfheim arc.
Apparently, my grandchildren agree with you, Bear. Mama Minnie says my kids watch Sword Online; they love it.
Yes, it's decent. I mean, the Alfheim arc is awful, and there's some really just out of place kind of. I hate to use this, right? But like, I hate it when anime suddenly decides to insert some ecchi bullshit. When it's not about that at all, and it did that in the Alfheim arc with the tentacle monsters. It just came out of nowhere, like what? It's like what? And there's a lot of the term is Deus ex machina, right? There's a lot of that shit going on. Yeah. I hated the Alfheim arc, but no, Asuna gets her own arc after the Gun Gale Online part with the terminally ill users of the game.
I mean, I do like adult animation, like that show that was on Netflix here a while back. What was it called? Love, Robots, and Death.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, it was really good.
That's mess. Some of that shit's messed up as well. But no, I think we can all agree that Sword Art Online Abridged is amazing.
I don't really watch it.
Well, why?
I don't really like abridged stuff as much nowadays, to be honest.
Mesa, the Sword Art Online Abridged thing is like its standalone anime. It's that good.
So is Dragon Ball Abridged.
No, it's better than Dragon Ball Abridged.
That's a bit of a high bar, but I don't know if you want to say that.
I've said that about 5 times on streams. I stand by that.
Well, I mean, if you're really that confident, I might watch an episode later. But
it's hilarious. You'll love it.
All right, we'll settle this. Mesa, you get over in that corner. Bear, you get over in that corner. You both grab your oversized swords, and on the count of 3, you run at each other, jump, and meet in midair. There you go.
I'm sorry, Bloodwing, that we took this over. It's just that it's been a long time since I was speaking to Mesa properly. And since then, I've watched all the anime.
You know that everything's fair game on this stream. There is no format.
Except for Cowboy Bebop.
Nanny?
I've tried, Misa. I have tried. The anime community just overhypes it. It really does. I couldn't even make it through halfway through the first episode. It's the most boring shit I've ever watched. It's the same with fucking Fullmetal Alchemist. I fell asleep watching it.
You what?
Garbage.
Fair. Okay, I'm not exaggerating when I say this, right? But Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood is a nearly perfect anime.
Yeah, I've been told that today. Today, actually, because I watched the original. You see.
But no, you have to understand, like, Fullmetal Alchemist in terms of plot, character, like animation, music, everything. It's an almost perfect anime. The only thing wrong with it is that the first bit of it is rushed a tad because they expected you to have watched the original version. That's the only thing wrong with it. Everything else about it is absolutely perfect.
Well, it's not perfect then, is it?
Real quick, hey Chaos, how you doing, sweetheart? No format scribe would lose his mind. I know, right? Absolutely.
I have been told today to watch Brotherhood, and I will once I'm done watching Asterix War and Seraph to the end. What is it? Seraph in the end? Is it called?
I don't know. But watch The Promised Neverland as well. That's really amazing.
Oh, my anime list is getting longer and longer and longer.
I was about to make an innuendo, and I didn't know how to make it work.
Chaos Eve says, Misa, you're a nearly perfect anime.
I think so. All I need is a magical girl like wand, and I'll be set.
Yeah, my to watch list on myanimelist.net is very, very long. People's like, Bear, watch this, Bear, watch that.
Because you're new to anime, so we want you to watch the best ones possible.
I've watched tons of them already.
Hurry up, watch more. You need to catch up. You haven't been a weeb that long.
I'm not a weeb. I'm an otaku in training. There'd be a difference.
That is the most weebish thing I have ever in training.
What do you think of the Fate series?
I haven't indulged in it.
Oh. By the way, don't do what Netflix does, right? don't watch it on Netflix because Netflix don't put anything in order.
Oh, really?
Especially anime. Go on to like my anime list or whatever and find out which one starts first. If you do ever start it. I was enjoying it until I watched the more modern season from 2018 and I hated it.
Hey, Pat. Good to see you, buddy. Chaos Bear. Chaos says, oh, honey, you're a weeb.
No, I don't have a samurai sword. I don't have a neckbeard or a fedora. I don't have a... It's funny, actually. I was looking at body pillows today.
Oh, my God.
I was looking for an albedo one, but there wasn't one, unfortunately.
No, I have kind of a funny story, actually, because so my boyfriend was talking about how he's not a weeb, right? But he attacked someone with a bleach katana a few years ago. Because they were like egging his house and he was just coming back from a convention, right? So he like attacked them with the wooden part of the sword, and then rumors spread around that he attacked someone with a katana. But because he looks like such a fucking like neck beard, like he's got a long ass beard and he just looked like a weep. He was in cosplay as well, like he was in Bleach cosplay when he did it. So
I've only managed to watch 2 episodes of Bleach so far.
I fucking hate it.
I don't have an opinion on it yet.
The thing is, right, it's not that bad. I think it's just the manga is really shit.
Oh.
Like the manga, I read the manga instead of watching it because I tend to do that if I know there's a manga available, and it goes to some weird places. The art isn't that good, like it's boring. I think if you watch the anime, it's probably better, but as a story, I really hate it.
Oh, okay.
And real quick, people, listen to your boy Pat because he's a really big black guy. And he could squash your face, but he says backhand that like button, y'all. You know, we got 57 people watching, 31 likes. Come on, we can do better than that.
What? One more. Tokyo Ghoul.
I haven't watched it.
You haven't?
No.
That's surprising considering how popular it is. All right then. Never mind.
The thing is, Bear, like I haven't really been watching that many anime. I've been very selective with the ones that I watch.
But you had all the I can never pronounce it. Manga. I just say manga. It's easier. You used to have all the manga.
No, I've never had the manga of Tokyo Ghoul.
Well, no, I'm just saying all the manga, all of it.
Well,
not Tokyo Ghoul specifically, but just all of it.
I've sold the vast majority of my manga.
Bloody Nora.
Yeah.
Can I complain about Loot Crate for a second?
Go for it.
If it gets us off of the anime stuff, absolutely.
Oh, it's to do with anime. Last month, right at the end of last month, I think it was the 28th, Viper was like, "Yo, Bear, you should order some shit from Loot Crate," because I wanted, saying like, I want some friggin' merchandise that isn't fucking ridiculously expensive. Oh my god, Bear is watching anime that Mesa hasn't. I know, right? It's a sad day. It's a dark day. Anyway, I ordered 2 crates. I ordered the Loot Crate anime and the Loot Wear crate, which is like t-shirts and stuff. And the anime one still hasn't arrived. Still. And the Loot Wear crate was delayed by an entire month.
Oh.
That makes me mad.
See, like I've done Loot Crate as well, kind of recently, and they do take a while for the first one to get to you, which is really frustrating. And if I'm being honest with you, Bear, the merch in it, there was a couple of things I got where I was like, oh, that's cool. But then everything else is like, I don't really want this.
Yeah, I guess that's the game you play with crates, really.
Yeah.
I was looking at all different like crate-esque style websites today. That do all kinds of different stuff, all different kinds of geeky stuff.
Right.
There's a couple that are based in the UK that just look a bit shit, really. And that kind of annoys me because like the best places to kind of like order these from are like America, and obviously it takes a bit of time to get here in the UK,
Yeah, I've seen a lot of really nice Pokemon ones or like cutesy anime stuff ones, but like the anime one, like I got a fucking Sword Art Online lunchbox, but number one, I hate Sword Art Online, and number two, it was such a cheap looking lunchbox, and I don't use lunchboxes, so it's like, what the fuck am I gonna do with this?
Jolly Riders Bilgewater says, let's talk about cars and why Stutz needs to make a comeback. I would, but I would probably lose most of my non-American audience. So, yeah, which reminds me, as I was talking with Bear earlier, this is a weekend that I will go nowhere. Not that I ever do anyway, but yeah, I'm in my house to stay for the next couple of days. Because tomorrow is the 103rd running of the Indianapolis 500.
Hey.
And if you live anywhere on this side of town, on the west side of Indianapolis, you learn real quick you don't go anywhere tomorrow.
Are you gonna go?
Oh, heck no. No. Most people that live in Indianapolis do go at least once. And there's a few people that will go every year. And of course, there's a lot of cookout parties, which will listen to the race while they're, grilling and drinking beer. But most people go once or twice, but the majority of them, I would say, are from people from out of town.
Okay.
But it does pack it in. My city, Indianapolis, is a city of about 900,000 people. But the race will pack in. Last year, they had a 350,000 people at the race. So yeah, it ups our population significantly on those days.
Yeah, and you already said that the roads are already heaving, regardless.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
So
you won't be going outside on.
Oh no, you do not want to have to go anywhere on. So you learn, you stock up on Saturday, so you don't have to go anywhere on Sunday, because you're not going to get anywhere very fast.
Yeah, I bet.
I'm glad we at least have the one thing that brings all the people to the yard. It's money for my city. I get that.
It's not milkshakes.
Yeah. Duck Doxy Speedway is even smaller. It's about 10,000. Absolutely. Speedway is kind of an odd thing because of a thing called Unigov back in the 70s, where they made almost all of Marion County, Indianapolis. Speedway is a small town. It's not even, it's a town, which is surrounded on all sides by Indianapolis. So if you're in Speedway, no matter which direction you choose to go in, you will end up in Indianapolis. Kind of odd that, but
there was something I was going to talk about now, but I can't even remember.
Oh, it'll come back to you.
Can we talk about how Digimon is better than Pokemon?
Right. I know what town you live in, Mesa. I'm just not sure where you live. You want to DM me your address real quick?
Well, I'm moving soon, and I'm not going to be in the same city anymore.
Well, why do you think I won't come right now?
Because you're lazy.
Yeah. There you go. I'll send my minions.
What minions? Alfie and your dog?
Yes. Alfie will be riding Gilbert. And then Gilbert will eat your headphones, and Alfie will poo in your toilet and not flush. And he legit would do that as well.
Well, fine. I'm not going to live here soon, so whatever.
What? No.
How is Pokemon better?
Because because evolution in Pokemon is permanent. For a start, the concept is just better. The animation overall is better as well.
Okay, the concept of Digimon is some kids end
it's
up
stupid.
in the world.
I realize it's like an isekai thing, and I love isekai, but no, Digimon is just, and they speak. It's like they talk. It's just stupid.
You're stupid. Okay, listen. All right, Pokemon has the plot of, this 10-year-old kid decides he's going to travel on his own to fight wild animals in the fucking forest while two like adults chase him looking for his fucking Pikachu. That's stupid.
And it's not stupid that some kid has like a miniature T-Rex, no?
No.
You have a weird line for stupid, Mesa. I'm just saying.
At least the kids in Digimon accidentally ended up in their circumstances. Ash decided to go traveling at 10 to go to the fucking forest to catch wild animals and make them fight.
The people of the fucking Johto and Kanto regions, they obviously don't share the same values as the rest of us do when it comes to children.
Forgetful 4 in the chat says, who is the guest? That is Miss Mesa, a very old friend and dear friend of Bear and I. So yeah, she's a special guest.
Hi.
Hi. Hey, Malachite, how you doing? And you've heard it here first, people. The anime community is toxic AF.
Yeah, they've got people like Bear and
Look, right, I have yet to get into a best gal fight with somebody, so I'm not there yet.
Who do you think would win in a fight, Pikachu or Agumon?
The fuck's an Agumon?
He's the main Digimon.
Oh, he's a little gay T-Rex thing?
Gay T-Rex, okay. At least, okay, Agumon can digivolve into Greymon and then go back. If Pikachu turns into Raichu, that's fucking it. You're not seeing that Pikachu ever again.
No, he'll just evolve into Raichu and then blast him away with thunder.
You think that a fucking Raichu is going to defeat Greymon? Are you high?
Yeah. Pikachu's high. It's OP as fuck.
Agumon is OP as fuck.
Nah.
I don't know. I kind of like the idea of a gay T-Rex. Hey, if you don't cut it out, I'm going to chomp you. I'll beat you with my tiny little arms.
Instead of arguing about what's better between, kicking your children out of your house at the age of 10 to go fight animals in the wild and an isekai, best girl, who is it?
Best girl?
Mm-hmm.
In any anime ever?
Well, who's your best girl ever?
Well, my main waifu I don't know. My waifus change over time. I guess my main one is Stocking from Panty and Stocking.
Okay. I've not watched that one.
She is just there. Like she is really hot and adorable. She's like a gothic lolly. She eats loads of candy. She's into BDSM. She's just the perfect woman.
See, Albedo is best girl.
From Overlord.
Yes. She's kinky as fuck. Extremely loyal. She's a succubus. Hey. Also, she's a virgin.
Yeah, but she won't be once you fuck her.
Yeah, that's fine.
This is why I don't really get the whole virgin thing. Once you fuck them once, that fantasy's over.
Yeah, that's all right.
Devil Fruit Zero says, "Isn't that Barney?" Talking about the gay T-Rex. I've always had my suspicion. Yeah, well, I've always had my suspicions, but at least on the pedophile thing. I don't know about gay, but
I don't know other waifus. I think maybe Rachna. I think her name is from Monster Musume.
I've not seen that.
She's a giant spider girl who's also into BDSM, and she gets drunk when she drinks coffee.
All right then.
She's top girl.
I've not seen it, so I can't say.
What about husbandos?
Pardon?
Husbandos?
Husbandos?
Yeah.
A lot of the anime I've watched tends to have very edgy male protagonists in them. People like Kirito, for example. I've noticed as well the English voice actor for him tends to play all the edgy, black wearing kind of characters. I forget his name.
They all say their lines at the top of their voice, don't they? All of them I've ever watched have.
Well, it depends which one you're on about. If we're talking about Black Clover, yeah, certainly.
They gotta scream. Everything's at
I followed him recently on Twitter. I'll be able to tell you who he is. That's right. Don't stop talking for me.
Oh, don't worry, I won't. So, Mesa, it's been a long time. How
passive aggressive was that? Don't worry, I won't. Bryce Pappenbrook. Yeah, he that's his name.
So Mesa, it's been a long time since you and I have spoke, for sure.
Yeah.
And he voices Meliodas. Sorry, carry on.
I don't. That was for Beth.
I don't know how up to date on the old Bloodwing that you are.
He died.
What? What are you on about?
I said he died.
He died.
Okay.
No, but I did have major surgery here shortly ago.
Right, yeah. Bam mentioned. You're clearly recovered.
Yeah. But I am part cow because they replaced a part of one of my arteries with a cow artery.
What? Really?
Yeah. I'm doing good, but I do have this strange urge to go out and graze in the backyard once in a while. one of my granddaughters now has started calling me Moopaw because of that.
That's weirdly adorable.
But the good news is I've been able to put my cane up for the most part. And so, yeah, seems to have done the trick.
Oh, I'm glad you're good. Well, I'm glad you're recovered and everything.
Yeah, I am Cowman, RG Bandsman. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I'm sorry I interrupted you there, but the chat was begging, please make them stop.
Yeah, Bryce Papenbrook voices Eren Yeager as well. Yeah, he voices all the edgy boys.
I'm gonna go kill all the Titans. But wait, I am the Titan. Literally just Eren's character.
The new season's quite good, actually.
I haven't watched it.
I've been watching it subbed.
I read the manga. I know where it goes. I can't be fucked.
I actually spoiled it for myself by reading the friggin' fandom. Well, it doesn't explain enough in the episodes. I was like, what does this mean? I'm not waiting years to find out. sorry, we'll move on.
Yeah, no more anime talk.
Yeah, the chat is begging. I think they're over it now.
We're gonna fight IRL if we keep talking about anime.
Yeah. Well, we don't. As entertaining as that might be, we don't want to see that. So, what else is going on, folks? Don't everybody talk at once.
Anyone hear about that James Charles?
Oh my god! You know, I don't actually know the ins and outs of the drama. I just know that Tatty bitch pretty much decided to attack him because like he wouldn't promote her product or whatever anymore or something. And like she quote unquote exposed him by spilling the tea on the floor. And he lost became the first YouTuber to lose like 1 million subscribers in a day or whatever. Like he lost like a total of 3 million subs, but he's gaining them back now. It turned out that Tatty was lying. Jeffree Star tried to jump on the bandwagon, but is also getting fisted now, apparently.
Yeah.
I thought the commentary community was toxic.
No, dude, the beauty community, holy shit. It is bad. Like I don't really watch them on the regular, but when I do watch them, there's always something going on. Like it's actually insane. But like from what I gathered though, initially the claims about James Charles and the trying to like convince gay boys to be straight boys to turn gay or something, like initially it seemed like that might have been legit, but did you see the video of the guy eating Doritos?
No. Is that the waiter?
Yeah.
Because he was like, James was like looking at me and talking to his friends about me. And then he gave me his number and I contacted him the day after. Well, if you weren't interested, why did you call?
Yeah, I don't know. This was another fellow that this whole situation was somebody I had honestly never heard of until all the drama popped up. So I'm like, I have no idea who this guy is.
Yeah. And then all this shit with Trisha Paytas started happening as well.
Yeah. I've not watched H3H3's video on Trisha Paytas, but I heard it was really bad.
Well, the thing with it, right, is that I understand what he was trying to do, and I did get it instantly. Like he was trying to basically say, you know, if you're a girl and you're looking on Instagram, don't feel bad because all these models look like this, because they don't actually look like that, because they Photoshop themselves. Like I get that. But the way he did it wasn't very, I guess, it wasn't very good, because what he was doing was he would show like their Photoshop picture and then them naturally. And then he'd be like, I'm not trying to shame them, but that girl looks like a fucking whale and just shit like that. And it was like, do you not realize that that's why these girls Photoshop themselves? Because people say things like that about them if they don't Photoshop themselves. Like I understand that it was for comedic effect. I just don't think that was the best way to show what he was saying.
That's not his style of humor either.
Yeah,
I didn't. If it was Brad Does Banter, then I'd be like, yeah, of course he's going to call her an elephant, you know? Guys, you have to realize when we say the commentary community, we're not talking about us at all. We're talking about iNabber. We're talking about Paracynical. We're talking about H3H3 and PewDiePie and people like that. You know, the actual big commentary community, and the right opinion. By the way, he's spoken to me a few times on Twitter, by the way. And he used a clip from Irate Alex in one of his videos.
Wait, who did?
The Right Opinion.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. I mean, it was only a second, like, but I got sent a Tro video. And I got Boogie to respond to me today.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
He didn't block you when he went on his block spree?
No, he sat on me. Same thing.
Hey, Sean. How you doing?
Whereas, like, the difference being is obviously we do social commentary, political commentary, and like we're expected to criticize ideas and dismantle ideas and stuff, and not really kind of like insult their physical appearance or whatever. Whereas the commentary community is kind of a little bit lower than that, I guess. And whereas they wouldn't try to dismantle an ideology, they would break down their behavior and point out, you know, how shady that people are. That's kind of what they're supposed to do. Back in 2016, you could consider them like the content police, you know, but when iDubbbz was still making regular content, cops and stuff, you know, that they would criticize people for scummy practices on YouTube, things like having like a 7-minute video that was stretched out to 10 just to get the extra monetization, shit like that, you know. Yeah. It's gone downhill, to be honest, Mesa, I'm honest.
Well, I don't know. I still watch Pyro stuff.
I still watch Pyro because he's still good.
He's still funny.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's still funny. Yeah.
He's one of the only commentary channels that has kept up his same kind of style of humor. And he's the only one that can actually make me laugh out loud anymore.
Mm.
I think the rest of them have either just fizzled out or they're not really entertaining anymore because they're clearly trying to just jump on James Charles fucked up. Oh, better make 10 videos on that.
Yeah, exactly. People like iNabber, for example, is quite bad for that. I'm Alex, who I've never really been a big fan of, but at least I'd say that he was entertaining at least. He's not really anymore. The British commentary community is awful, I feel, overall. I mean, there's a couple of good commentators in there. What's his Willanies are right.
Opinion.
The right. I wouldn't say the Right Opinion was a commentary channel, to be honest with you. I mean, he fits into the genre, and he's a part of the NCO, the new commentary, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't describe his content as the typical kind of commentary experience that you'd get from other people.
No, he's a lot more documentary styled, and he actually does research. Like, I don't want to sound harsh to the other commentators, but he takes time to make sure his information is correct.
Yeah.
He doesn't give like a really biased opinion on the stuff that he talks about. He tries to keep it at least as objective as he can. Yeah,
I agree. And what I like about Tro is he will criticize and he'll also praise.
Yeah,
you know, whereas others, they'll just hammer them over and over and over and over again. There'll be like no empathy there at all from a lot of these guys.
Yeah, and I feel like when they do that and then they get called out themselves, or they get called out for that kind of behavior, they either they either tend to like really heavily double down, or they backtrack like a motherfucker.
Sorry, Bloodwing. This is what happens when me and Mesa get on stream.
No. I know how to use the mute button on YouTube. I have to. Yeah.
Oh shit, Meftos!
Hey.
Where have you been, man? I've not seen you in ages. He's one of my patrons.
Hey,
I've not seen him in months. I'm very happy to see you, mate. Where you been?
Well, there you go. Bringing him out of the woodwork.
Yeah. Sorry, but
like living life, you know.
Yeah.
What? There's life outside of YouTube?
Yeah, look at Mesa. She's found that out. You know, there's boyfriends and work and, you know, adulting.
And holidays, which I'm actually getting to go on. Hey.
Yeah.
You saw him last much.
Last month.
I actually went outside today. Oh yeah, speaking of which, we've had 2 men's mental health meetings now.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
How'd that go?
The first one, we had 1 person turn up. And the second one, nobody turned up.
Oh, well, you know.
These things do take time, though.
Sure, yeah. Has to start somewhere.
Yeah, the lady who's helping me and the lad who I'm working with, Graham, to set it up, explained to me, because I got really mad on day 1, on the first one, about it. Ended up spiraling and kind of relapsing for a few hours. But anyway, she told me that a lot of the groups that she helps to set up start like this. Like a lot of her groups take months to kind of get people to turn up. That said, what was really nice to see on Facebook, I only have a Facebook because of this frigging group, is that my local my local police constabulary promoted the group.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, and the lad who I'm setting it up with, Graham, has organized a press meeting with the local newspaper, what I have to go to on Tuesday to promote the group. So, you know,
I can imagine it's going to take some time, because it's not like you're not going to put advertisements on the TV or the radio, or, you know, it's pretty much going to be word of mouth, I would think.
Yeah, that's exactly it. It's pretty much all word of mouth, almost. You know, but I think Bloodwing, you'd love it, man, because it's in like a record shop.
Oh well, like old vinyl records.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, you could get me lost in there, dude.
Yeah, man. They have quite the selection of music that I know that you enjoy, and they play music when you're in there, and they take requests. It's like a little cafe. As well. They do excellent paninis.
I get you. And while we're kind of on the subject, at least here in the States, you all know that Monday is Memorial Day. The day that we're supposed to remember those men and women, those brave men and women that have given their life
indeed.
In service to their country, so that we can all be free to do this. You know, so yeah,
exactly. So
in between all your cookouts and beer parties and everything, I hope you take a minute to remember the troops, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Pay respect to veterans and current serving service personnel, guys.
Absolutely.
Do it. Don't be rude. You owe them your freedom. But yeah, that's still a thing, and guess we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. But I do enjoy the music though, so, and it's really cheap for food and cups of tea and coffee and stuff. So
yeah, sounds like a good place, man.
Yeah, and it gets me outside for 2 hours. So
Matos says, I'm happy winter is almost here and I can have some time off. I'm assuming then that you must be in either Australia or somewhere down around there.
Yeah. Methos is from Australia, I believe, if I remember rightly.
Because it's almost summer here and it can't come fast enough for me. I'm not a fan of winter at all. Not our Midwest winters anyway.
The one you've just bloody had, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And of course now we're in spring, so we get lots of thunderstorms. And when a Midwesterner says thunderstorms, he means severe thunderstorms. Matter of fact, I just read that there's a 4-year-old boy, unfortunately, missing because he was caught up in a flood here in Indiana. So, yeah. A lot of bad weather.
Viper, you haven't got all caps it.
He's a Kiwi. Okay, well, I know that my wife's stepmother is a Kiwi, and I learned early on a rough lesson: do not confuse the Kiwis with the Australians, because you might lose a finger.
Midnight in Exile. I already saved your life 3 times this week. No, you're likely to raise my blood pressure, which is already dangerously high as it is.
Bear, I know that you're called Irate Bear, but calm the fuck down.
I'm all right now. God, why am I so wound up?
He says he's all right now, and then says, "Why am I so wound up?"
No, I am all right. Like,
that didn't sound very convincing. You're like, no, I'm all right. I'm just a bit fucking angry.
Just gonna kill everybody, right? Just gonna shoot up a fucking school. No, I'm not angry because you're here, Viper. Don't be silly.
Nah.
He's angry because I'm here. I'm
like angry because you're not a fucking YouTuber anymore. No, not really.
God.
You haven't been a YouTuber for ages, but otherwise,
Dad, you don't understand my life choices.
Oh my God.
That's right. You got to respect the life choices, man.
You don't understand me, Mom.
No.
Let me live my life. I am a musician at heart.
Fuck, my phone's vibrating. Oh, my mum's calling me. Please excuse me.
All right, sure will. Anyway, this is a good time to say how you doing, chat. Haven't talked to you for a minute, so hope everybody's enjoying themselves. Else, what's the point?
It's good. Yeah.
So yeah, like I said, it's been a while, Mesa. What has been going on in your life? I know you've got yourself a fella.
Yeah, he's all right.
He's all right.
Yeah. I'm actually moving in with him this weekend.
Oh.
So it's been a bit nuts. I'm also very sick at the moment, so it's also been a bit nuts, and work, and that's all that's really been going on. I haven't exactly been doing anything radical since I stopped making videos. It's just been work and trying to make sure that he doesn't dump me.
Yeah, well, hey, that sounds like it's getting maybe just a little bit serious then if you're moving in with him. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Although
Yeah.
better you than me, I would rather get teeth pulled than move.
I hate moving. Like I had to do it for uni, had to do it halfway through uni, and then had to do it to come back, and then did it again. Like I hate moving. I find it very stressful. But you know, if I want to be an adult, I'm gonna have to do it again.
Yep. Absolutely. Viper, watch it with the boomer stuff. Not all of us are dumb when it comes to the internet. Some of us do know our way around. But yeah, I was glad to hear that, and glad you're happy. You sound happy.
Yeah, I'm pretty. I honestly like. I stopped doing videos for a bit, and then I was on Twitter still, and Twitter just made me fucking miserable because all I did was argue with people, and then all I saw were people like arguing with each other, and I just kind of figured like this ain't healthy for me. I should probably get off. And then when I left, everyone was like, "Where the fuck is Misa gone?"
No, I actually got it and wasn't too surprised when you finally pulled the plug on Twitter. And
Yeah.
just was sad that I didn't have much of a way to get a hold of you, because Discord doesn't work well for me anymore. It has a tendency of wanting to make my computer crash. So
Yeah, like honestly, it's been hard getting a hold of certain people, and there's only like a handful of people I met through YouTube that I would actually want to still talk to.
yeah.
So it's been a bit like, it's like I don't know, a lot of them I just don't really want anything to do with anymore. Like obviously you and Bear, I'd love talking to. So
Right.
But just also Discord for me has been a bit weird because I started using a Mac and I still am getting the hang of it because it's a completely different kind of like software and everything. So I haven't really been using Discord either.
Your boy Pat there is inquiring how to stay in touch with you anime wise.
Honestly, the only other bit of social media I still have is my Instagram, which I do kind of use regularly. Everything else is kind of gone. I don't really know how else YouTubers can get hold of me except maybe Discord, but I don't use it that often at all. So
yeah,
I don't know if you maybe message me on Insta.
I don't have an Instagram account, but Pat might.
Well, I mean, I can try and use Discord more so I can still talk to you. But obviously you said your Discord isn't really working very well.
Yeah, not very well. And BG, me, he says the name one boomer that knows their way around the internet. That would be me. Don't forget, we boomers invented the internet. Come on.
But we perfected it.
I don't know if what's going on you would call perfection.
Okay, we abused it.
Yeah, that I would agree with. That I would agree. But speaking as somebody that's been on the internet for longer than some of you have been live, it's always been a cesspool. Always. But yeah. When Bear told me that there was a chance you might come on today, well, actually, it was like a week or two ago. He says might be a chance you come on. I was thrilled. I was like, cool.
Yeah, I started missing streaming a bit. But unfortunately, work is a bit like I never know if I'm working during the weekend or not, and I do work nights sometimes. So finding the time, I had to actually kick my boyfriend out and was like, "Go home. I'm streaming tonight."
Well, you're always welcome here. We do cover the politics every once in a while, but I try to just keep it to stupidity that we see in politics rather than just, oh my God, look at the lefties. Oh my God, look at the righties, stuff.
Okay.
But poor Bear is having fits. My wife goes through the same thing with her mom. Her mom will call up and say, "How do I do this on Facebook?"
Oh my God, my dad's the same. Like he has all this cool tech. Like he's got a 3D TV and he's got like a proper Mac desktop. But he was on it and he was like, "How do I get the music from my my computer to my phone?" It's like, for fuck's sake.
Yeah. I will admit there's there are some boomers out there whose clocks are all still flashing 12, if you know what I mean. But not all of us. There's a few. Skeptoc's another one that's pretty well versed in it. Yeah, I can muddle through. Harry Bear, kill me. I can just imagine what's going on. Poor Bear.
It's really hard too because if they're your parents, you don't want to lose it with them either.
No.
Tell me about it. Oh my God.
I see you made it through. Maybe.
I genuinely thought I was gonna have a stroke the other day as well. Like I was in the shower and I felt like my left arm went a little bit numb and I was like, uh-oh. And I nearly went on my ass as well. And it's like, oh no. I'm doing a Sinatra right now. But luckily I managed to compose myself.
Oh, real quick, thank you, KLC, for the donation. Any way you can get Bear to say, make a video, Mesa, the same way he says, make a thumbnail, Polly.
Not without a large donation. No, my mom, I swear to God, man, like, she knows how to do these things. And it annoys me that she calls me up to ask me how to do it. It's like I remember actually shouting at her once. I spent half an hour screaming at her because she couldn't figure out how to copy and paste a link and send it to me.
Well,
I was like, Mum, you've literally done this shit before. I'll tell you what she was doing, right? And this is what made me even more mad. She was like, right, how do I get YouTube on my laptop? I'm like, so is it one of those notepad laptops where you just have nothing but apps and like and nothing else? She was like, no, it's a normal laptop. I was like, okay, so just open up Internet Explorer. She was like, oh yeah. And then what did she say? She said, oh, I've had this laptop for a year. I was like, you've had it for a year? Are you off now? Kiss.
Metos, have a good day at work, dude. Thanks for stopping by.
Back in a second.
Yeah, I get you. My mom, God rest her soul, was never into any kind of technology. Didn't want it. Wouldn't use it. Was totally clueless. Now, Dad, up until he started getting the dementia, was fairly proficient at it. He could find his way around the internet. Cell phones, on the other hand, we tried buying him a smartphone once, and all he ever ended up doing was somehow calling everyone in his call list on accident, constantly. It's like, no, we got to take that away from him. So we got him an old flip phone. This is all you need, Dad. You don't need all the extra stuff. Uh-oh. Did Bear drop out?
Oh, you said IRL drama.
Oh well.
Oh no.
I hate to hear that. Oh well. So, well, I'm trying not to have dead air, but I'm wondering what's wrong with Bear. You're right, Maddie. We still have Mesa, and that's plenty good enough for any stream.
Sorry, the second you said that, I just went completely quiet.
Yeah.
I'm not useful in streams at all. It feels like I've forgotten how to do them.
Well, yeah, I can see how if you hadn't done it for a while, you might be a little nervous, but there's no need to be nervous here with me. And like I said, my chat is the best chat ever. They're good people. Good people. Oliver Cromwell says he can't use smartphones, and he's 26. Yeah. There's some, I guess.
The thing that annoys me though with my parents is that they'll ask me like, "Oh, do you know where this location is?" And I'm like, "You know that Google Maps is a thing." And I remember one time I said this to my dad, and he was like, "Yeah, but I don't have my computer right now." And I was like, Dad, you can get Google Maps on your phone. And he was like, can you show me how to do it? So I tried showing him how to do it. And then he like couldn't figure out like how to do it. He was like, this is completely different than it is on the computer. It's like, no, it's not.
Well, I will admit that I am not nearly as proficient on a smartphone as I am my computer. Smartphones took me a little while to figure out. And there's still things that I haven't figured out on it. And probably because it's really not a necessity.
Okay.
The only reason I really even have a cell phone period is so that I can be gotten a hold of in case something goes on with Dad. Other than that, I just don't care. No one ever calls me except people trying to sell something. But yeah, I can figure it out. I can actually even use it to get from one place to another. I know how to set it up and have it tell me turn right here and turn left there, and you have arrived.
I don't know. I think I did grow up in that generation that did grow up with smartphones, but I didn't get my first smartphone till I was 17, I think.
Yeah.
So I was a bit late, but honestly I do not think that it's like that complicated to figure out. Like, I don't know, maybe it's just because I'm young and it's easy for younger people to like adapt to things like that, but I don't know. I just like when I see my dad trying to navigate a smartphone, I'm just like, how do you not understand? Like, you want to Google something, you click the fucking Safari app.
Several people in the chat have, of course, tried to say that they're horses' rear ends, and BG's threatening to flip me off for saying that they're the best chat in the world. You guys do realize that you can be jerks and still be good people, right? I didn't say you weren't jerks. I just said you were good people. Yeah. Cynical Lindsay says that at least I'm less of a boomer than her dad. He still uses a flip phone and doesn't text. I hate texting. I hate it. I would just as soon just call somebody than texting. But all my kids do the texting thing, and all my grandkids, so I do it. But I cheat. I use voice to text because I am the world's worst texter. My thumbs don't want to cooperate.
I'm kind of the opposite. I don't really like calling people. I get this weird anxiety when I have to call people about stuff, and I feel like texting's a bit easier because I can be a bit more of a dick and not feel guilty about it.
Yeah, I get you. I get you. I'm just kind of old school with that. I would just as soon hear a voice. And it's easier for me to, since I'm such a terrible texter, it's easier for me to just tell you with my voice what I want than to try to figure out how to text it out.
Yeah.
It has come in handy of recent, though, because as most of you know, every morning of the week, every weekday morning, I drive across town, pick up two of my granddaughters and take them to school. And instead of having to get out of the car when I pull up in the drive, I can just text my granddaughter because she's got a cell phone. She's a little young, in my opinion, but whatever. It's not my call. It's her parents. But I can text her and say, "Get your butt out here. I'm here." that saves a little time.
Yeah.
Jolly Roger Bridgewater, every time my dad texts me, it's nothing but his first name and like 4 random letters, and then he calls me. I get it. I get it. When you get older, your thumbs just don't want to work like that.
Yeah.
Ebony Williams says his mom uses voice to text. Best way to go. Although everybody around you, if you're not the only one in the room, will look at you funny.
I also find that if you use voice to text, sometimes it comes out with, like, you say something and it comes out with something completely different. Like, you say, "I want Cheez-Its," and then it comes out with, "I want Jesus."
Believe it or not, voice to text has a hard time with me. It doesn't like to translate redneck. There's something about my accent that it just gets things totally wrong a lot of the times. Quinn says my mom does voice to text too. I find it too slow though. Then you're probably like my son J Kid, because that kid, he gets on there. Well, he's not a kid anymore. He's 35. His thumbs are just a blur. I'm like, how do you do that? I can't even see the letters that I'm going to fast enough to do that. How do you do that? And Indiana accents aren't even that heavy. Jolly Roger says, I have the same problem. Yeah, well, my accent's a mix between Hoosier, which is Indiana. Don't ask me why they call us Hoosiers. They just do. Nobody seems to really know. That's the age-old question. But it's a mix between that and Kentucky. So it's a little thicker than the usual Hoosier accent.
I don't know the difference between different American states accents. I just see it as really Southern or really not.
Yeah, when you live here and when you are one, If I are one, when you're a redneck, you do become able to recognize or to hear the difference. There is a difference between different Southern and redneck accents. Now, I actually don't live in a Southern state. It is north of the Mason-Dixon line, but it's probably the most redneck state that is one of the northern states. Very redneck here. In fact, I retweeted a picture on my Twitter earlier because I mentioned earlier the race is coming up, and there are people at the track today enjoying the festivities at the track. And it was a video of some guy with a big cowboy hat and was pouring beer over his cowboy hat, leaning over, and while it's pouring off his hat into some other guy's mouth. Redneck engineering, I guess. Well, that's a different way to do a beer bong, but okay. But that's typical Hoosier behavior.
Right.
Gyra says same. I'm like 40 miles from the Kentucky line. We're redneck AF. What about Oliver? I live near Chester. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, we're getting close to the end here, guys. We've got about 13 minutes. And since we're just basically chin wagging, if I'm going to open it up now to questions. I'll answer any question you ask within reason. And if you've got any questions for Mesa, I'm sure she won't mind, as long as it's within reason.
Yeah.
I'm still finding. Sorry, I'm getting quiet. I'm still finding. There's a part of my brain that is still wondering what's going on with Bear and hoping he's all right.
Same. I'm a bit like, because this is the first time I've spoken to you guys, and I'm like, no,
Yeah,
I'm getting in the middle of it. No.
yeah, it is. It's been a long while. I mean, we used to hang out constantly on Discord and all that, and then now it's not so much.
Yeah.
I'm sure he will be. You get over it, and if not, I'll talk him down in Twitter, in DMs.
Yeah.
Which is what I do. RJ Bandsman, I don't know if I'm going to watch the Coke 600. I don't have a TV in my front room. I know that sounds strange. It's mainly because the wife doesn't want a TV out here for whatever reason. Because if I have a TV out in the front room, then I'm watching a lot of sports, and she doesn't like sports. So it gets on her nerves. So it depends on if I spend any time in my bedroom or not, where there is a TV. If so, I'll probably catch at least some of it. Yeah. Mesa, Ebony Williams asks, wings or ribs?
Wings, I'd say. But that's only because like I love chicken. Like I actually don't think I could physically live without chicken.
It has a redneck. Of course I love chicken, but ribs simply because I think you probably could get a little more meat off of ribs than wings. I do love chicken wings, but it's so much work for so little meat.
See, that's probably because you eat it like a white person. You got to eat that shit like an African. You got to get everything, including the soft bone. You got to get every scrap of meat off that bone.
Bone in or bone, you're probably right. Although one of my granddaughters, you hand her a piece of chicken and you're going to get clean bones back. That kid can eat chicken. I'm telling you what. Your boy Pat asks, bone in or boneless, Mesa?
I'm a weirdo. I actually prefer legs, so bone in.
Yeah. There's times it depends. If I'm eating wings, I would rather have boneless, just because I'm lazy. But if I'm eating the bigger pieces of the chicken, yeah, I don't mind the bone in. Chaos Eve asks, what's it like being a weeb? Mesa.
Very very sad existence, which is why I feel a bit sorry for Bear because he's a weeb in denial.
A weeb in denial. I think you're right. I think
Like,
you're right.
he has all the qualities of a weeb. He can't come out and say it, which is why he has to know that you guys are going to accept him no matter what. He can't stay in the weeb closet any longer, guys.
I might give him some friendly grief now and again, but that's just who I am. Okay?
Yeah.
If I like you, I pick at you.
I mean, if I'm being honest, I do not watch anime anywhere near as much as I used to. I've sold all of my manga. I'm trying to it's kind of sell my figures as well, mainly because the place I'm moving to, I want it to look adult, so I don't really need all that stuff. Like I'm not really into anime anywhere near as much as I used to be. So I wouldn't actually class myself as a weeb anymore. I'm more of a book nerd now. Like I've always been a book nerd, but that's more what I've been indulging in. So
I love books. I absolutely love books. I love to read, which is odd because my wife hates to read. Won't read anything, including instructions. She's the kind that will buy something new and then can't figure out why she can't get it to work because she's not read the instructions. I do agree. Grillin' Pirate Pete says boneless chicken wings are just glorified chicken nuggets. Yeah, they are. But like I said, I'm lazy. So yeah. Chaos says we should get Gutenberg to point out what a wee bear is. He finds anime posters pretty lame. I don't know. That depends. Are we talking about drunk Gutenberg or sober Gutenberg? Because there's a difference.
wait, there's a sober Gutenberg?
Yeah, it does pop up every once in a while.
Like it's like a unicorn. You know? Damn.
Your boy Pat says, I will never stop watching anime, cartoons, or playing video games. I play tons of video games, and I'm a lot older than you are, Pat. They'll have to pry the controller out of my cold, dead hands when I die. I love cartoons. I'm just not a fan of the anime style cartoon. Just not.
When I said like I'm getting rid of a lot of my stuff because I want my place to look more adult. I'm not shaming anybody for being into it because I still watch cartoons and I still like games and I still like anime. I just don't like it as much. And I don't think there's anything wrong with anyone of any age watching anime or cartoons or video games because if you like it, you like it, you know?
Yeah. Tennessee Marine, don't get me wrong. I love Goot. I've had some of the funnest private conversations between Goot and Bear. Just laugh till my belly hurt. Don't get me wrong. But that's our thing. When I run into Goot, he usually says, "Fight me, old man," and I've got something else smart to say back. So that's just our relationship. Don't take it wrong. We really love each other.
I haven't spoken to Goot in forever either.
No, it's been quite a while. I think I was on a Monkey in the Morning stream, which I rarely make because he's like 2:00 in the morning my time.
Oh.
But happened to be up and caught him for one of those, I think. But yeah, it's been a while. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cynical Lindsay says that's how I am with horror movies. I used to be a diehard horror movie fan. Not much anymore, probably because the horror market today is garbage, in my opinion. It is. Overall, it is. And I do know that Mesa, as well as being into anime, loves the horror movies.
I do, but unfortunately, because now I'm in that annoying part of relationship land where I have to watch stuff with the boyfriend and we have to argue over what we watch. I don't watch horror movies that much anymore. Like for my birthday, I did a bad horror movie marathon with our friends, and that was probably the last time I watched a horror movie. Because he hates horror. So we have to sit there watching like fucking comedy stuff, and I'm sat here like I want to watch a horror movie.
How can you hate horror movies? Doggone.
He I tried getting him to sit through some, but he either just cringed really hard or he just found it like ridiculous and he couldn't take it seriously.
Yeah. Well, you do have to suspend belief to get into them, of course. And if you're not able to do that, I can see how you wouldn't be able to enjoy it.
Yeah. Like he kind of liked Hereditary. But other than that, every other horror movie he's just been like, this is fucking dumb. Why are you making me watch this?
I keep hearing about Hereditary, but I haven't watched it yet. But I keep hearing about it. I will get it watched.
It's really get that boy off the oh my. So sorry, when we started dating, someone wrote on my Instagram that he's a soy boy. And now that's like a kind of joke with his family because they had no idea what a soy boy is, and so when we described it to them, they found it so hilarious. So like every time people see pictures of him, they're like, "Oh, he's a soy boy." Every time someone calls him a soy boy, I find it really funny.
Well, it's good that I assume that he's got enough sense of humor to take that, you know.
Yeah, no, he's quite good at like the self-deprecating humor and everything, but he's also quite confident, so he kind of doesn't really care that much. I was a bit worried because when we started going out, I was still doing YouTube, so I was a bit like, oh, I don't want my fans to be annoying and be mean to him, and but he really doesn't care.
Yeah. Chaos. I would have never guessed that. Says Mesa blowing. Nope, I can't take watching horror movies. I'm a chicken like that. I would have never guessed that about you, honestly. Because you're a tough cookie.
By the way, people are complaining about the smoke alarm. It's at mine. It's where I am, and I'm sorry.
So nothing you can do anything about.
Well, yeah. I mean, I could change the batteries. I don't think I have any at the moment.
Yeah. I figured I was either hearing a smoke alarm that needed batteries or somebody was playing basketball in the background. You know, that noise sneakers make.
They're both kind of likely options. So.
Cass says it's weird because I can play horror games all day long, just the movies that I can't take. I feel you. I feel you. It's hard for me. I've been a horror fan since, good grief, since I'm old, people. It's no surprise to you, since the 60s. So, but it's hard to find anything I even want to watch anymore because there's just no really good ones anymore, or at least not that I've been able to find.
Honestly, there's only been a few that I've watched recently where I've thought they've been legitimately good. I think Hereditary is one of them. I'm trying to think actually. I think that this is going to sound like complete bullshit, but one that I watched recently that I absolutely adored was Robber, which is one that's about a tire that kills people.
I've heard about that. Yeah.
It's actually it's one of my favorite movies now. It's not a bad movie. It's actually a really, really good movie.
Tennessee Marine, you know I would hop on and talk to you both. Yeah, we're getting ready to end the stream here in just about 1 minute, actually. I do try to, I don't have any format to the stream, but the one thing I do try to keep to is the 2-hour length. I do try to keep it to that. But speaking of, we're just about at it. Thank you, chat, for showing up, supporting my stream and what I do. In that way, I do appreciate you. This couldn't happen without you. Thank you to those that were able to donate. Rest assured that money will go to a good cause, like putting food on my table. Now, this is the point that I usually ask you if my guests have anything to shill, but since you don't YouTube anymore, I don't know. Maybe you do, but
No, I've got nothing to show. Maybe just my Instagram. Like, if you guys want to follow me, whatever. But I'm not exactly an Instagram influencer, so if you feel like following me, you can. But if you don't, whatever. It's Miss Mesa rants on Insta.
Tennessee Marine, I appreciate that, man, dude. But really, we're about to end it. I've got things that I got to get on with, and I'm sure that Mesa does too. So, next time, I mean, you just ask, dude, and we'll see what we can do. Anyway, thank everybody again for coming out. Thank you, Mesa. You're always welcome anytime.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And thank you, Bear. I know you were out in the chat a minute ago. But as always, get out of my yard.